Well, hello. I wanted to do a paint your nails with me video since it's been a while since I've done one, and I was highly motivated, guys, to do a Halloween themed manicure. And since I never get to do nail art because I never have time, so I'm starting off by showing you guys all of the polishes that I'm using. OPI's My Vampire's Buff is the cream one that I showed. It has a little hint of yellow in it. The black one is Black to Black from Sally Hansen. And then I pulled 3 red polishes, not knowing if I was going to use all 3. But what I did know is that I wanted to use a brighter red and a deeper red to give it that congealed look. And quite frankly, with the splatter design, a 1 red polish will suffice and it'll still look super cool. But I wanted the two-tone red because it just adds dimension to the nail, basically. So the reds that I'm going to be using is actually, or the ones that I showed, is NCLA's, what is it called? Rodeo Drive Royalty, and Got the Blues for Red from OPI, which I didn't end up using, and Big Apple Red, which is the brighter red. And then here I'm just applying a coat of all of the polishes. I did end up applying 2 coats of each. I just didn't see the need to show the clip of the second application. And all of these got opaque at 2 coats. Now my Vampire usually gets opaque at 3 coats, but because the base that I use is tinted white, it minimizes that additional coat for me, so it helps it get opaque at 2 coats, which is and I use the Sesh Base Rich Filler, and that one is tinted white. Okay, so the stamping plate that I'm going to use is from Mundo de Uñas. This is in VZH01. And I'm going to pick up this first image, which is the mask from Michael Myers, which I adore. I love the Halloween movies. This plate I got last year, and I also got another horror-themed plate last year, and I never got a chance to use them. So this year I told myself at least one horror-themed manicure, please. The stamping polish I'm using is from Pueen, and I got that at Walmart, and I got the stamper at Walmart too. I think I got the stamper like a couple of years ago, and it's still going strong. And I laid the image at an angle. I didn't want to sit it straight up just because I thought at an angle it would look better. And then I grabbed this image here, only the knife though. It's another Michael Myers image, you know, the little twin to my mask. I only wanted the knife and then the little writing that's on here. Now, my stamper didn't pick up the entire image, so the knife has some gaps in it, and I will end up filling those areas in, but I end up regretting it towards the end, and I'll share with you guys why. I did leave the clip of me filling this area in though, because, you know, I did it. And I don't know who I thought I was really, because I don't have a steady hand and I don't have the best vision, so I ended up actually warping my knife a little bit, but that's okay, you know. Nobody else is gonna notice but me. The writing actually above the knife says "I hate people," which is hilarious. Okay, the latex I'm using is from Pueen. I also got this at Walmart, and this is a really good latex, but it is on the thinner side, so I do end up applying 2 layers of this. Whenever I've done 1 layer and go to remove it, it tears easily, so it doesn't come off in one full, you know, strip basically. And then I went to my kitchen and grabbed a straw and cut it in half for the splatter design. I'm going to start off with Big Apple Red, which is the brighter red. And the key here is to do almost create a little bubble at the top, like seal it. But my bubble kept popping for some reason. I don't know why. So then I kept adding more and more and more and more polish onto the straw. Anyways, okay, so I just blow through the straw to create the splatter look, and because you see that blob, that's because I added a lot of polish to my straw. But, you know, we're gonna roll with it. It adds to the look, so that's okay. And then I'm going in with Rodeo Drive Royalty from NCLA, which is the deeper red. This is what's going to add my congealed look. What I also tried to do here is blow into the straw and like at different angles on my nails, so it showed the splatter in different directions basically. I don't know if it makes a difference. It makes a difference in my mind, so I just did it. But look at how cool this color looks on the nail. It's such a beautiful, rich, deep color, perfect for this time of year. Because my thumb is black, I didn't want to go straight in with the red. I decided to go in with the cream color first. so that I could lay a base first, and that way when I splattered the red, if some of the splatter landed over top of the white, those parts would come out a little bit brighter. I hope that made a heck of a lot more sense. It makes sense in my mind, but sometimes it just doesn't translate. So once I'm done with my vampire, I moved on to Big Apple Red. And at this point, I started trying to get that little bubble at the end of the straw, to be honest with you, because it still splatters. It's just when it creates that little bubble, I feel like it gives me a stringy look, like a longer stringy type of look. And then because I had a crap ton of polish on my straw, I decided to just kind of dab certain areas where I wanted a little bit more of that bloody look on the nail. And then I went in with NCLA's Rodeo Drive, once again, the deeper red. This one, because it is deeper over top of the black, is not as noticeable, but I can still see it. So it does add dimension on the nails. It's just not going to be as visible as the brighter red. And I actually, on my left hand, my right hand, I didn't use the latex, guys. I was being lazy. I was like, it's okay, I'll do the cleanup. I regretted it instantly because the splatter creates a huge mess. So I was removing, staining. It felt like forever. And so for my left hand, I knew, okay, latex it is. Now, I still have to do cleanup, even though I use the latex, but it's not as terrible, trust me. The clips that I'm leaving here is nothing compared to what I spent cleaning up. So anyways, I grabbed a cotton ball and removed the staining that was furthest away from my nail, and then I'm using 100% acetone and a brush here to remove around the nail. I do like going up and under the nail towards the cuticle, because sometimes polish gets caught in those little areas that you may not see very much, but whenever I clean up that area, I just feel like it helps the manicure look a little extra clean and crisp. It does make a difference. In little nooks like under the cuticle where polish has seeped in, I like pulling the skin back and then holding it tight and going right under that to remove staining. Otherwise, I'm going to have staining for like the next couple of days there. But a really beautiful manicure, worked out so well in the end. I wish I had time to do more nail art more often. Because I still had a little bit more staining going on, I used my cuticle cross, Blue Cross cuticle remover is what it's called. I got that one at Sally's, and I just put it in a nail polish bottle. And I add it to my skin because it's meant to soften, the skin. I figured it would help remove staining, and it did. I usually, whenever I have a polish that stains my nails and the skin around my nails, I usually go in with a cotton ball, pour a little bit of acetone and a little bit of the cuticle remover, and that removes the staining for me. So I figure, well, let me go in with just the remover and see how much of the staining it'll take off. You guys may not see a lot of the staining on camera, but I saw it more in person, I feel. And this really did make a huge difference for me. So where are we going with this? I'm removing the staining. Okay, I'm taking too long on my clips, clearly. Maniology, this is the smudge-free top coat. This is a top coat that's meant to be used for stamping, so it doesn't smear the image. And after all of the work that I put into this, I did not want to ruin it by smudging it. The top coat is a little bit on the thinner side and more water-like, I would say, so I do remove quite a bit of it off the brush. Otherwise, it does cause some flooding in the cuticle area. And then I let it dry, which really doesn't take very long, and then go in with another top coat. So this is my initial top coat. And then I'll go in with this top coat, which is from Essie. It's the Good to Go top coat. This is a thinner top coat also. It is a fast drying top coat. I wanted to use my plumping gel top coat from Salon Perfect, and that one doesn't take a long time to dry, but this one dries faster, and quite frankly, I just wanted to be done. And The reason why I don't do nail art, especially all in one sitting, is because I just don't have the time. So whenever I do nail art like this, I do it in parts. So I'll do the base coat, go on about my business, I just like to be available for my kids and then come back, do a coat of polish, let that dry and go on about my business, and then come back and do another coat, and then so on and so forth. So it takes me a while um, to get these completed because I want my hands to be accessible. Here I'm showing you my index. There's little dots on the knife, and that was a happy little accident. So when I was doing the splatter on my middle finger, some of the splatter accidentally fell on my index finger, and that's when I thought to myself, oh, that looks really cool. Why did I remove, or why did I fill in the knife? It makes sense because blood should be on the knife, right? So I went in with Big Apple Red and just added a few dots to my right hand, since the happy little accident didn't happen on that hand. So that is everything, guys. That is the finished manicure. I'm super obsessed with this. It's so fun and so pretty. I am super excited for the movie to come out. I'm anxiously waiting, actually. My daughter and I, we watch one Halloween or horror movie, better yet. If we try every single day in the month of October. I mean, I say try because sometimes it's just not possible, but we do definitely try because we are horror movie fanatics in this household. So that's everything. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it inspirational, and I will see you guys in the next one.